And there are many different ways to treat a heroin addiction. Among the more holistic approaches, therapy involving horses, known as equine therapy.
How about this? It showcases the qualities horses and also what they possess, and it makes them exceptional therapists. Yeah, a horse. ABC 2 News' Megan Knight shows us that the therapy is sometimes even better than humans.
In rural Harford County, on this sprawling 15-acre farm, the horses here are more than companions. They're therapists.
Well, he pinned his ears back.
Mar McGuire is a recovering heroin addict. She's sober now and works at Maryland Recovery, which offers equine therapy, among other treatments, to its clients. And while McGuire did not go through the equine program herself, she did open up about her story with addiction while demonstrating to us a typical therapy session.
Right after I celebrated my first year of recovery, I had a rough time kind of trying to find my place, where I belonged, and trying to figure out if I wanted to maintain my sobriety.
It's this kind of honest and real conversation Michelle Sayre says happens when a client comes into her office, which happens to be her farm. Sayre is the director of trauma services at Maryland Recovery and is certified in equine-assisted psychotherapy. She uses her small herd of horses to help heroin addicts.
Provides a lot of opportunity for metaphor for clients to really discover their own meaning and find their own best answers.
There's no grooming, feeding, or riding the horses during therapy. The clients focus on their interactions with the horses, use them for role play, or create obstacle courses representing their journey towards recovery and guide the horses through that path.
What are you thinking cognitively? And then how do you manage that? You know, what kind of breathing? How do you need to change your breath? How do you need to change your thoughts to have a different outcome with the horse?
Well, what makes horses excellent therapists as opposed to any other animal is their ability to read your emotions. When a client walks into this pen, these horses act as a mirror, so to speak, reflecting what that person is thinking and feeling.
They know if we're lying. They know if we're not being authentic.
Emma Rogers is the director of Argo Counseling. Emmy and Saoirse are her co-therapists. She says when her horses get a read on a client, they react right away, and then it's up to Rogers and the client to get to the root of the issue.
Sometimes I'll see a horse really crowd somebody, get up in their space, and I'm like, why do you think she's doing that? Why do you think she's pushing you like that? Why is she all up in your space? Well, I don't know. I was like, well, what would it look like if you set some physical boundaries with her? And they'll set those boundaries and the horse will stop. And they'll respect the boundaries. And that's a huge somatic moment for that person.
Roger says addicts often suffer from isolation, disconnecting themselves from friends and loved ones. She says horses offer a true relationship to her clients and break down the barriers that prevent them from healing.
You can just see that moment of authentic love and connection and that moment of space holding where that person feels truly supported. And sometimes that's for the first time.
Rogers works with clients who come to Tranquility Woods in Pasadena. Luke DuBois is the director of addiction at the center.
I've done some of the equine therapy with them, and then the bond and the rapport that I can build with the client and the horse together with the equine therapist only helps me when I'm doing individual sessions 4 or 5 times a week with them.
Very few recovery centers in Maryland offer equine therapy, so both Rogers and Sayre hope to see it grow, especially as heroin continues to destroy more lives every day.
This is the most effective form of therapy that I've ever done.
No therapist is 100% present all the time. Horses are always 100% present.
Very perspective.
Is that something?